Greaty. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I work full-time, I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best and have the tools and the resources to help you get there. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the product. I'm going to show you my kind of process in trying to figure out how best to use this product. So make sure you keep watching because I'm going to share with you a lot of tips and tricks along the way. So let's get into this makeup review video. I do want to make sure to point out YouTube has recently launched a new affiliate program. So it's easier than ever to shop the products that I reference in this video. Make sure you check that out because that is how I am able to bring you new products and reviews to the channel every single week, is by you all using the affiliate links that I have down below. Thanks for watching. For more powder foundation review videos, so I'm trying to bring those to you. Remember, if you ever have requests or want to see something on the channel, make sure you let me know that in the comments so that way I can add it into the regularly scheduled program. And thanks in advance for using those affiliate links, because that is what truly allows me to bring you new products to the channel. Now, this particular foundation, it's really marketed toward more mature skin, and it's gonna focus on texture and how I'm gonna talk to you specifically about what I think when it comes to sitting into those fine lines. Like, does this product do that? And does it overall feel comfortable on the skin? Now, it claims to give you a smooth, radiant finish, and it's designed not to settle into fine lines. So like I said, we're gonna test that out. It's infused with skincare ingredients. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. And the other thing is that it's supposed to be lightweight, but buildable coverage. I am applying the shade 315, which is like a natural buff. So you can see from a shade range standpoint how it looks on my skin. I do sit in front of a ring light, so just in case you're like, okay, how does this truly look on the skin? Just remember that as you are kind of watching the video. Now, with the skincare focused ingredients, there are hydrating oils that are supposed to help prevent this from being dry or cakey looking on the skin. It also has antioxidants in it, which is going to support aging skin concerns. And it's also a gentle, non-drying formula that is made specifically for mature, complex complexions. It is designed to enhance the skin rather than mask it, so keep that in mind. It is a creamy powder texture, so when you feel it, it feels smoother than a traditional powder, where it almost feels like it could be a cream, but it's not. It's quite clearly a powder. Now, I am going to show you two different types of techniques to potentially apply this product. I'm going to show you the one that I found didn't work for me, and I'm going to share with you the one that worked for me. So stay tuned for that. This is supposed to glide onto the skin instead of gripping dry patches. So if you do struggle with a little bit more dry skin, this is supposed to be okay for that. And this particular shade, it's going to be great for anyone that has light to light medium skin tones, or if you're a little bit more neutral to slightly warm undertones. The coverage is definitely light to medium. So what you're gonna see, it's gonna give you a really soft, natural finish. It's not overly matte, it's not overly flat. Your skin is still gonna look like skin. So if you're expecting to get a full coverage look with this powder, that is not what this is. This is something that's very light to medium, just kind of blurring out those imperfections, nothing too crazy. And it's supposed to wear comfortably throughout the day. Now, I love the fact that the compact, you all, is on the bottom. This makes it really nice for touching up on the go. And this is going to be great for anybody that has mature or aging skin, normal to dry skin. And if you're wanting a lightweight foundation, something that's just going to really kind of softly blur things, I think this is going to be a really great option for you potentially. I'm going to do an all-day wear test, so keep watching because I'm going to show you what this truly looks like. And I have mature skin. I'm not overly mature, but I do have mature skin. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts on how this wears throughout the day. Stay tuned. That I am trying a new foundation. I always go in with one of my tried and true face primers. Today I'm gonna be applying the Merit Beauty Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. I love this for preparing my skin for any of my foundation products. When I test out primers, I normally give a nice long wear test to see how it does with different types of foundation. So this is one that I know works really, really well in holding my foundation in place all day long. For best results, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that set for 5 minutes or so, and then I will be back to apply this foundation. Now that the primer has set, I'm going to go in with the foundation. Now this does come with its own compact. I love the fact that it is stored in a separate compartment with the mirror. A lot of times if you have the applicator setting on top of the foundation, what will happen is it will take the oils from your skin and it will break down the product, and I do not love that. So I really like the fact that that is in a separate compartment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my clean kabuki brush. This is from Unique. I'm gonna just press into that powder. You can use this kabuki brush for all of your different foundations, and I'm gonna just press this directly into the skin. You can see it's giving me very light coverage. So I think that this would be something that if I had on like a BB cream and I wanted a little bit more of a matte finish, a little bit more coverage, I would take this powder probably on top. You can see this color match is pretty dang good. It's not covering everything, but it's definitely doing a nice job kind of blurring those imperfections. Feels really light on the skin. I'm going to just take a little bit of product, not too much, onto the forehead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just see what happens if I try to build the product a little bit more onto the skin. Like, how does it layer? How does it build to get me more coverage? Especially right there on the chin, I'm really broken out right now, so that's where I typically would want something that's a little bit more concealing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look up close in the mirror and see how this powder looks on the face. So getting my handy mirror here, looking up close. I'm not loving the way that this is sitting on the skin. It's a little cakey, like right through here on the cheeks where maybe the skin's a little bit thinner. I also feel like it's not blurring the pores. I feel like it's almost like exaggerating the pores a little bit more. So I don't love this to wear it on its own. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to wear a liquid foundation underneath and then dust this on top and see if I like how that wears better. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go in. These are my Olay makeup remover wipes. This is the rose water version. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna remove this powder. You can see this does just like a really nice job of removing your makeup. Get all that foundation off. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with my primer. So I'm gonna use the exact same primer. I'm gonna go in with my Merit Beauty Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. And we're gonna try this again. So again, just taking it all over the face. I'm gonna let this set for 5 minutes and then I will be back to apply a foundation before I apply the powder. Keep it in the L'Oreal family to see if this helps, all right? This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Liquid Foundation. This is going to give you a radiant finish. It's really hydrating. It's better for normal to dry skin. This is the shade 205 Natural Beige. So this is going to give me a little bit more of a more radiant finish than what I typically like, but it's still a solid like liquid foundation. So I'm going to just take a little bit of product. I'm going to go in with my Tarte buffer brush. I'm going to just take that all over the skin. So you can see already it's giving me a little bit more coverage than what I had before. Just taking that all over the face. And just to make sure it's not like a face situation, where it's like, maybe my face is just angry today and it does not want to wear foundation right, I'm going to take a look in the mirror and see how this looks on the skin before I add the powder to it. Like if this is like, you know, not happening today, it's not happening today. Okay. This looks much better. This looks very natural. It's hydrating, giving you more of that like glow. And maybe you're like, you know what? I don't want it to be so hydrating looking. I just want a little bit more coverage to give me like a little bit more of a matte look. Then this is when you would typically maybe go in with a powder, right? So now what I'm gonna do, you cannot get this brush anymore. Let's go in. Well, actually you can get this brush. This is the Unique setting powder brush. Let me make sure I go down my neck on the foundation there. All right, so this is the Unique setting powder brush. This is going to be more like a dusting. So the Kabuki brush is more compact bristles, and so it's really kind of pressing that product in like a small space. This is more of like a dusting type of brush, right? The bristles are softly, like very soft. They're not densely packed, very loose. So I'm going to just go in now and again, kind of just dust that powder on. I cleaned all my brushes yesterday. Oh my gosh, you all, if you're not cleaning your brushes on a regular basis, make sure you do so. I did a video a long time ago showing you how to clean your brushes. Make sure you go and check that out. I'll put the link down in the description in case you're like, how do I even go about? It's gonna just help. If you're like me, you struggle with breakouts. That's typically when I break out, that's my sign. Oh, I went a little bit too long. It's hard. The holidays are a busy time, you all. So I just made it low priority and now my skin's paying for it. All right, so just kind of dusting that powder on. Nothing too crazy, right? Just like kind of helping to cut down on the shine a little bit. Let's see how the foundation wears. You can see it's giving me a little bit more coverage. Okay, this is much improved. Much, much better. So I think definitely this is something more like, if you're going to just want to kind of smooth things a little bit, do it on top of a liquid foundation. I think I like the way that this looks so much better. All right, so definitely more of like a finishing type powder versus like the only product that you wear on your face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll be back to see how everything else works with this look. I did just like a little bit of bronzer, blush, some real quick eyeshadow, and I will say everything is sitting on the skin really nicely. One thing that I love to use is I love to use like a really good setting spray, especially when using a powder, just to kind of lock everything in. This one from Morphe, the Continuous Prep and Set Mist Plus, so good. Love the way that this just mist onto the face. It smells amazing and just holds your makeup in place all day long. I'm gonna be back at the end of the day though, just to see how well my makeup stayed in place using this powder. I'll be back. At the end of the day, I am definitely a little bit shiny. I would not go in with more of this powder because then we might start to get cakey. I really like this Tarte Creaseless powder. This is very finely milled and it's not going to settle into fine lines and wrinkles. So I would use that to pick up some of this shine that you're seeing on the skin. I definitely think it's a more hydrating product, which would be great for if you have mature skin and you're wanting like a hydrating creamy powder. This might be a good option for you. If you have oily combination skin like myself, you don't necessarily have that like very mature skin, I don't know that I would recommend this. Looking up close in the mirror, I will say like it's worn well on top of my liquid foundation throughout the day. Like I'm not seeing any bunching, creasing, settling into fine lines. So from that standpoint, I do think that this is a good powder. Again, if you have more dry skin, if you have mature skin, and if you're wanting to just have a light kind of powder on top of your foundation to give you a little bit more coverage, to kind of smooth things out a little bit, this might be a good option for you. But for me personally, it's going to be a pass. There you have it. If you have any questions about the product, don't hesitate to ask. And if you like these types of videos where I share with you a single product, I tell you about it, I show you a couple of different ways to try to wear the product, and at the end of the day come back and give you my overall thoughts and review of the product, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel ring the bell so when I post a new video, you're notified. Have a great day. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes and my lips, so I love to incorporate it into the video so I don't forget. Today on the eyes, I'm wearing the Armani Liquid Shadow in Sparkle. I love this because it really helps to brighten up the eye and allows my eyes to just pop. Absolutely love it. And then on the lips, I'm wearing the Dior Lip Glow Oil in the color Pink Lilac. I absolutely love this. It just has a ton of shine. Absolutely beautiful on the lips. Definitely recommend checking it out. And I also am rocking my Target Rib t-shirt. I have this in so many colors, but I love this because you can dress it up or you can dress it down, and it's a really cost-effective t-shirt. As I said in the beginning, any of the products that I'm sharing with you today, I'll be sure to include my affiliate links down in the description so you can shop the products, and thank you in advance for using those affiliate links. Also down in the description for any of the products that I mentioned, I'm gonna put the links so you can go and watch my dedicated reviews and tutorials that I've done on each one of the products that I mentioned in this video. If you're like me and you love a really good deal on makeup and skincare, make sure you subscribe to my weekly email list where I highlight recent products that I've tried that I recommend, my most top 10 favorite links that I share, the most recent YouTube videos that I've posted, all of that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly email. And last but definitely not least, after years using different day planners and not really finding one that I loved, I love to have like my to-do list for work and at home. I like to be able to goal set, habit track. I want to do that for the year, for the quarter, for the month, for the week, for the day, like all of that. I want it in one day planner and I couldn't find one, so I decided to make my own. I made it available to you. It's over on Amazon. I'll put that link down in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell so when I post new videos, you're notified. Have a great day. We're looking for another foundation review video. Make sure you go and watch this one next.